Okay, I just got the babies all washed up. This one has a little happy face. And the beast back here, he always looks angry. What's not to love about these cars though? Beautiful cars. This little car right here is so much fun to drive. It just grabs a hold of the road and won't let go. And it's also a convertible. Of course, the beast. This is my real love right here. And it's got a sunroof. But I get a lot of pleasure out of washing them as much as I do driving them, it seems like. Terry loves this little car right here. She loves driving it. That paint on the MX5, I don't know what they do, but man, that paint just glows. It's like a candy apple almost. Just gorgeous paint. This one I wasn't too crazy about the collar, but I gotta say it's growing on me. And everyone that sees it says, "Oh no, that's a great color, it's gorgeous." It's growing on me. I'm just used to white cars. What I don't care for are these black wheels. And every guy I see under the age of 40 goes, "Oh man, those wheels are awesome." I guess I'm old school. Us old guys, we like the chrome wheels. Now the wheels on this one I really like. They're like a gunmetal color. They're real pretty. But this is a little happy car. It's always kind of smiling, it's kind of cute in the front. Whereas the beast, he's just angry. I love the front end of the Camaro. This has the 6-piston Brembo brakes on the front. And on the back, it has the 4-piston Brembo brakes. But this car right here is sharp. And the seats in this thing are so comfortable. Really like the seats in this. I love the accent lighting. You can change the colors and lights any color you want to, just about. And then of course the Camaro logo, it lights up at night. Now the MX5, it's a comfortable little car. And it's got the Bose stereo system in it. And it's got speakers in the headrest, believe it or not. But this car right here has won all kinds of awards. And they've sold over 1 million of these cars since they were first built. I think about 30 years ago. So it's been a great seller for Mazda. One thing the dealership offered on this car though, and I've never in my life heard of a warranty like this car's got. Most cars like the Beast there, is 5 years, 60,000 miles on the powertrain. This car is 20 years or 250,000 miles powertrain. I have never in my life heard of a car that'll do that. But there's stories of these things going, if you do regular maintenance on them, 300,000 miles. And me, I baby my cars. I don't hot rod them. Well, every now and then I put my foot into the Beast a little bit, because it's finally got 600 and something miles on it. So the engine has been broken in tenderly until it got 500 miles on it. And from a standstill, or I'm sorry, not from a standstill, from a roll of about 20 something miles an hour, I punched it and the back tires broke loose. So it's got a lot of power. But there's no way I'll outlive the warranty on this car. So Terry was happy to hear that, because she says I can't get rid of it. Only one car missing that I regret selling now, and then I'd have my complete collection, is I miss my Corvette being behind the Camaro. Might have to see what I can do about that. When I went out looking for the little Mazda, I almost came home with a black C8 2022 Corvette and decided against it. I still don't care for the C8s. I still think the C7 is the prettiest Corvette ever made. But anyway, there's a little update. I built this carport right here, and then I just ordered this cover system for it, and it came with absolutely no directions, so I had to blow up pictures to see how it goes together. But that's pretty cool. And then I'm having to have another carport built for the camper. I think I'm going to put in I don't know whether I'm going to do a big garage or a carport over here, but that way the camper's covered. But I had that oak tree that hurt my beloved Mustang. I had it chopped down. And then I had him remove all the branches from these oaks right here that might fall. But anyway, I'm thinking about putting in either a big garage right here in this spot or a carport. But it's got to be high enough for the camper to go under it. And then the shed that I was building for my mower, as you can see, it did get completed. Pretty nice little shed. It was a lot of fun to build this. I love doing work like this. It's therapy for me. But it's a cute little shed. In the front yard a while ago, I must have had about 15 geese. But now I'm starting to get a lot of ducks back here. I don't see any right now. But a lot of little tiny ducks. And there's part of the fence we had put in to keep the babies from escaping. And of course, Riley jumped over and ended up in the pond. So we had to have another little fence put up on the edges, as you can see there, the little white post, to keep him from jumping in. And I still haven't fished in this pond yet. I call it a pond. They call it a lake. To me, it's too small to be called a lake, but that's how it's listed in the property. It's about 2.5 acres in size, so I call it a pond. Speak of the devil, there's Riley there. Riley and Hank. Hello, boys. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you doing? You a good boy? So Terry went out to go get some kind of grocery. I guess she's going to make a... She's still really sick. Coughing her poor head off. Headaches. Say she doesn't have COVID, and they say she doesn't have pneumonia, but man, I'll tell you what, she got all the symptoms of it for not having it, and she's been weak as a kitten. She just now, first time she's been out of the house since, oh gosh, what was it, the 22nd? I think it was on the 22nd we went out looking at RVs. Oh, there's a couple, there's some geese. There's some geese. Hello, ladies. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello, girls. I don't know if I can blow this up to where you see them or not. A lot of geese. And then this is the lake in the front of our property. That doesn't belong to us. Our property goes right up to the lake though. They tried to hit me up for maintenance fees and I turned them away. I said I have my own lake to pay for and take care of. They didn't seem to want to argue with me, which is good. But the big old huge oak tree that used to hang over here at the side of the house, hung clear over the roof of this part of the house, that thing is finally gone. That thing made me a nervous wreck. It's a huge oak tree. Let me come back here. See, they made a muddy mess back here. Getting all their big trucks and equipment in here. But there it is, this big old stump. Breathing a little bit easier now that that's gone. And I already got the brand new zero-turn mower stuck down there. I had to get the truck to pull it out. That bank is a lot steeper than it looks. And it's scary. So I'll be weed eating that in the future. I'm not going to do that crazy stuff no more. The older I get, the less nerve I have, so I'm not doing that. This is a nice home, but God almighty, there's a lot of upkeep on this place. I just don't know if I got the energy to do it. Sometimes I wish for a simple life. Just give me a 2-bedroom house with an 8-car garage and I'll be happy. But until I can get the garage built, as big as this house is, it's only got a 1-car garage, for crying out loud. But until I can get that done, there's where the Camaro sleeps at night. And there's where the MX5 sleeps at night, because it's a lot smaller and gives me a lot more room in the garage. Some of my junk. Some of the Matchbox cars have I owned in the past. I got to be hitting around 150 cars by now that I've owned in the past. Not counting boats, trucks, motorcycles. But I gotta call that to an end. That's a very expensive. I don't have any, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Very rarely drink, I should say. I'll have a beer every now and then. But I do have one vice that is very, very expensive, and that's this right here. Ladies, never marry a car enthusiast. When I was a teenager, 16, 17 years old, I had my first car, I think at 16. 64 Ford Falcon Futura Sports Coupe. But when other guys were out there looking at pretty women and pretty girls, I was more interested in the cars they had. And it's not stopped since then. So I had actually sold cars at one time. And that wasn't a really good job for me to have, because I kept wanting to buy, every time we'd get a nice car come in or something like that, I'd want to buy it. But I think I'm done buying, well, I know I'm done buying cars. But the wife didn't say nothing about trucks. I think that was included, actually. But this one right here, I really wasn't planning on buying. And then Terry, I sent her a picture of it, and she just went goo-goo over it. So I said, well, I guess that's a sign she likes it. So I bought it. But we got too many vehicles. The Mustang, little heads up on that. The Mustang is in the shop right now. I got a 65 Mustang. Beautiful white car with red interior. And oak tree, a limb had fallen on the roof of it. Right about there, because it was parked in front of the camper. And limb fell on it, crushed the hood, or the roof rather. So the guy just called me a little while ago, and he cut the roof off. He's putting a new roof on it, and then he's fixing all the other stuff that I'm having done to it, like the dash lights and the turn signals and the horn, putting in a retro AM/FM radio and taking out that kid's stereo system that's in there now. It's got a big old kicker stereo system in it with a big old boom box thing. Us old farts, we don't care for that stuff. So I'm having that taken out. It's putting in a retro radio. It's a period correct radio, but it'll still be Bluetooth and AM, FM and stuff like that. But it'll look like the old school style. But he said it probably won't be until summer by the time he's done with that car. Because he's going to have to put the new roof on it and paint it. And he ordered a new windshield for it, even though there wasn't nothing wrong with that one. But it's got streaks in it from like the wipers had cut into the glass. So he's putting a new windshield in it and all new chrome pieces and stuff like that. So I got to take him down a lot of money Monday, so he has some capital to do what he's got to do. But he's a heck of a good guy. He restores old cars. Finding somebody that can do classic cars is really difficult. And if you find someone, it's 2 to 3 years before they can even touch it. Now the Camaro, when I ran over that tire, that retread tire that came off of that semi, it was that piece right there that came off. But unfortunately, there's a radiator behind there. This car has 3 radiators. It's got one over the left front wheel and the right front wheel, and of course your main radiator. It's got a lot of technology in this car. And it had bent some louvers. It didn't cause it to leak or nothing, but the guy says, well, it's a new car, so we're replacing it. So they did. And it had done some little bit of damage under there, so they took care of that. But anyway, it's back in all its glory again. That car, I really love that car though. This one right here, it's fun to drive, but that's mainly Terry's little car. It is a lot of fun to drive though. But anyway, that's an update for what the old retired guy's journals got to say. So not a lot of other stuff going on. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.